Oops. Okay, I'm live again. I apologize for that. Silly me. Hi, Denise. Okay, so I'm a tech idiot. You guys know that. You guys know I'm like, I don't know what is what sometimes on here. So, okay, so I had my little chat box up and couldn't see. Hi, Maria. So I started it over. So here I am. Yeah. So hi, okay. The gang's all here. I'm an idiot. So Maria told me, oh, I got you some pouches at the dollar store. You know, I use these pouches, right, to organize my stamps when I did my little reorganization thing. And she picked me some up. But this is more than pouches. And I just cut it open. And I'm really excited. So here's my mail. I got some coupons for new scrubs from Scrubs and Beyond. So let's see what we got. Oh my goodness, this is packed full. Oh, look at the beads. I love me some beads. And look at these. Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. Oh my goodness, these are those faceted glass beads. Oh, I love these. And they're turquoise and green, my colors. Oh, and look, these have bead caps and rondelles and pearls and these little faceted. I love that the way the light catches the faceted beads. Maria, you're gonna spoil me. Oh, she sent me one of these things, one of the silicone brushes, and look, it matches my fingernails. So you know what? I keep forgetting to look at the hi, Grandma Joe. I keep forgetting to look at the Dollar Tree. So cool. Thank you for that. That's sweet. Oh, and she gave me a card. Can I show the card, Maria? Let me look. Let me see. Oh my gosh, look at this card. This is so cool. It says a heartfelt thanks, and she popped up these butterflies. Look at this. What paper is that? That's really pretty, Maria. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh, that's so cool. Oh, oh, you're welcome. Oh, you're sweet, Maria. That's sweet. And look, there's little hearts in there too. Do you see? There's there's all kinds of little stuff in there. Okay. So here's these little bags. I'm glad you found orange. Oh, look, she stuck. Oh, you made me the flowers. Oh, I love these. You guys, I tried to find this die. So I have looked and looked and looked for this die. And look, you put the gold over the color. Oh, I love these. Oh my God, you made me so many, Maria. This takes so much time. Oh my goodness, you guys, you guys know how much time it takes to cut these out and put them all together. Oh my goodness, Maria. I love them. Look at the two different purples, pink, yellow, roses. Look at these. Oh, I love them. The green and the turquoise, the mint. Oh, look at these. They're gold on the inside and pink on the. Oh, I love them. Look at this pale pink. Oh, these are so pretty and they're so thick. Oh my goodness, I love this die, Maria. I love it. Thank you so much. I've been looking everywhere. I wanted this die. So thank you for making me these flowers. That is so sweet. You did them when you were recuperating. That's a lot of work though. I know how much that work that is. Oh, she sent me some goodies. Look. Oh, these little jars. I remember you hauling these little jars. Look at this. Oh, I love these little gold. Where'd you find those? They're like to put in shakers, and they're like little like three-dimensional. They're not beads. They're like little let me see if I can show one. They're like in the shape of a gemstone. Can Can you see from like the side? Like, I don't know, I can't. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see. It's hard to see, but they're in the like the shape of a gem. They're in the shape like these. See these? Those look so pretty in that tube, don't they? Aren't they pretty? Those are fun to lift up the cover of the shaker to keep everything from getting smashed. Oh my gosh, she got me 5 of these bags. I am all set. And look in here. Look at all these little die cuts she sent. Oh, I love these little frames with the butter. Oh, look, it's got a bird and a spider. Oh, that is so cool. Let me take this whole thing out. Oh, and look at that. We got a whatchamacallit, cactus and another frame. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, look. It's a Day of the Dead, like a what do you call it? Like a sugar skull. That's cool. Oh, that is too. That's neat, isn't it? Can you see that? I don't know if they can. Can you see the embossing on there? My camera's not very good. Let me see. Maybe this color will show it better. The camera's not picking it up very good, but there's all embossing all over the. Here, let me pull this light over. There's like embossing all over it. Can you see that? Where the teeth and the like little designs. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Maria. Aren't those pretty? Those are really pretty. I don't have anything like that. I never even seen anything like that. That's pretty cool. You make like little flags with them. Oh, look at these. Look at the woodland animals. Oh my goodness, she sent me Halloween. Oh, those are cute. Look at Frankenstein. Isn't he cute? I love Mary Shelley. I'm a fan. You know, that movie or that book wouldn't have been so successful if they thought a man wrote it. Hi, Carmen. I don't think it would have been near as successful if Mary Shelley would have confessed that it was written by a woman. Thank God they thought it was a man when they first. Oh, look. Oh, thank you. You know what? I have a over here. This one is so decrepit too. I have this and it's like all stained up, but a lot of times I have a water and a coffee. So Frankenstein. Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein. She was quite a creative mind. In fact, if you look on Nick the Books, I love Nick the Booksmith's channel. And she actually made a little fake, put together a little, I don't know, like a little memoir of Mary Shelley's, like what she thought she might make if she were to keep a journal. It's pretty cool. She did a whole video on it. I love this ribbon. Look at this. And you know what this is going to be really good for, I think? This is going to be really pretty at Easter. That's the perfect lavender for Easter stuff, isn't it? These are super cool. Where'd you find these? What are these? Are these metal? They look like metal. Aren't those cool? It says dimensional stickers, but it doesn't say what they're made of. It just says blue flourishes cabochons. But aren't those cool? I really love these. I've never seen anything like this. Those are pretty neat. And I love the blue. Oh, and you got me some of this pumpkin stuff. I've never used this diamond wrap before, and I do not even know how. I'll have to figure out how to use this stuff. These are really cute little pumpkins, though. Aren't they cute? With their faces. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. These are some vintage photos I found. I think you can use them in your journals if you want. You can scan them and print copies off so you will always have them. I found these in a house I cleaned up and did with my husband. Oh, wow. Oh, look how old they are. Look at this car. This is definitely, I mean, look at these wheels with the spokes. Oh my goodness. And their sackcloth dresses. Oh, look at the twins. Look how cute. Look, she's got a smoke bush back there. Of course, I would notice the plants, wouldn't I? Look how cute that baby is. And her pleated skirt. And shoes. Look at the shoes. Look at his hair all slicked down with some Brio cream. Oh my goodness. Aren't these so cool? Oh my goodness. You guys, these are so cool. Let me turn this light off so it's stopped glaring a little bit. Well, let me see if I can get it. There we go. Can you see them? Aren't they neat? I really like this one on the water. Sue, that one's like all you. Right there on the open sea. Of course, that could be Lake Michigan too. I don't know. Yeah, you can see land behind it, so it's a lake. But it might be a cove. They're stuck down. Yeah, this used to be what you did was you lifted this up and these little lines were actually double-sided stick. So, yeah. Yeah, they're definitely stuck down to that. I see what you're saying. Yeah. How about that? Well, thank you, Maria. That is so cool. I love these people. And they will be fun to put in ephemera. They will be so fun. And I know these are not copyright images. This is amazing. Oh, I love them all. Look at these little boys. Look at them in the sun with their squinty eyes, just sitting in the grass with their little matching school uniforms on. Oh my goodness. I love these. I love all of them. I love the clothes and the hairstyles. Goodness gracious. Well, I don't know what to say, Maria. I'm taken by you sending me these pictures. I can't thank you enough. I love, love, love these pictures. These are amazing. This is like my new favorite thing. Oh, do you guys want to see how my ginseng came out from this morning? I did a little quick video this morning, and yeah, I'm going to go grab those real quick. I'll show you. They should be all dry. Excuse my washer spinning, like, it's so loud. Sometimes it's off. All right, I had to run in the house because I set them out on the kitchen table and turned a little fan on so that they could all, so I could make sure they were all dry. Sorry, my my washer is spinning. My son, had that poison ivy. I don't know if you guys remember me saying, and I told him, give me everything because he broke out again. And I said, you've got that Urshal oil or whatever they call it back on you. I said, give me all your towels, your sheets, your pillowcases, all your kitchen towels, everything, and let me wash them. So on top of working all these hours, I did a couple more loads of laundry for him to make sure he doesn't get his poison ivy back. But here's the ginseng. I think it was dried up a little bit more because Thad had actually picked it last night and I didn't get it till this morning. So I think it's a little bit blotchier because some of the leaves were dry and I had tried to wet them. And so I think I caused it to be blotchy, but I kind of like that. After you pick isn't he sweet? He's so sweet. And he knew I wanted some of the ginseng. He knew I really wanted to do ginseng eco printing. And we have a ginseng tree down the street from us. They're really hard to get started. And so I want to start a tree here, but they're really, really difficult to get started the first few years. And so the one down the street's been there for like forever and it's huge. And so hi, Cruz. That's okay. Be safe. And so I think they turned out pretty good, even though they were blotchy. And I tried to soak them beforehand to kind of rehydrate them. I should have probably put them in salt water. I've heard that you can do that you can put any of your leaves in salt water and that they'll rehydrate better. I don't know how these all got turned wonky. But I really like that one. And I don't mind the blotches. This one moved during the time. You can see like a double impression. Apparently, when I went and checked it, because this one was the first one, like right on top. When I went to check it, I lifted everything up. When I put the paper back down, it did this. So I actually moved the leaf during the whole processing. So it kind of made like a little double leaf, like a little double image. You can see where it was the first couple hours and then where it was the last couple hours. So yeah, it does kind of look, yeah. So I'm pretty pleased with the ginseng. He was only able to get about 6 leaves. He went by the church. There's a great big, ginseng trees live forever. And there's a great big tree at our church at where he went to grade school at St. Mark. And so he had went over to his sister's yesterday and I had went on to work at 6 o'clock. So he went to his sister. She was having everybody for dinner. I forgot when I agreed to pick up extra hours. I forgot that she was having a cookout that day. So I feel bad because I missed her cookout, but I'd already told him I would work. But so on the way home, since he was going by St. Mark's, he stopped and got me some ginseng. So I'm pretty happy about that. He's really sweet. He's very thoughtful like that because I kept telling him I want to go down there and talk to the neighbors because I don't want them to just see me. Like, I don't want to go up and just pick leaves off this tree. I probably would if it was closer to the road. I might just like walk the dog down the street and swipe a couple. But because it's like all the way in their yard by their house, I really feel like I want to talk to him and just tell him I want to do these eco prints and well, and then I'd like to pick a few leaves and that I wouldn't at all hurt their tree. So, so I told him, I said, I got to figure out how to go down there and meet these neighbors. So anyway, that was really sweet of him. I'm really excited about that. So somebody left behind a whole photo album, Maria. It's crazy and kind of sad. You know, we went to a couple of those storage sales, and that's what I said. I said, all of those pictures, boxes and boxes of pictures that people leave behind because they just failed to pay their storage. But, you know, sometimes they say those people have maybe passed away or not answered their ad or whatever. And who knows, you know, if they ended up maybe sick and then or in a nursing home or or maybe they don't have family or they don't have money. But yeah, it's amazing to me what people leave behind. Do these pumpkins come off this? Like, can I just use one pumpkin on this? Or do you have to use, like, is it a whole sheet of stuff? Does this come off, or is that like all taped on? So that's all like one piece. So this is all like glued together on this mesh. Or does that come off? Does the mesh come off? I don't know. See, oh, I see. Oh, it's like a whole, does this, so this part stay, oh, that's really sticky, isn't it? Okay. So you can make like little candle holders and stuff with that, huh? I've seen it and I've never bought it. Oh, you have the leaves? Kim, you have a ginseng tree? Oh, you have the leaves. Diamond wrap. I had a friend that just threw all her family pictures away. I cried and they weren't even related to me. Aw. You know what? I did upload some pictures. You know, you can put your family pictures on Ancestry.com now. And if it's like blood relative or like if they're two parents of one person, or I think there's a little quid pro quo, but I think that you can attach pictures to either birth certificates or death certificates or whatever when you're registered on Ancestry.com. So it's kind of neat, but yeah, I can't imagine throwing away pictures, real family pictures. That's so sad, isn't it? But you know what? It's unfortunate because sometimes I look back at my mom's pictures and I get mixed up and I have to look, thank God they wrote on the back of all of them the names and the years. So I always wrote on my kids' pictures because you know what? When somebody finds those pictures years later, they don't know who they are. Yeah, this has no writing on it. This one doesn't look like it has writing on it. These lift up a slight, tiny bit. This says number 6. It has a number 6 on it, and that's it. I don't see any writing on that one. Yeah, so, But you know what? My mom came from a really big family too, and I think they kind of had to write on the pictures because, you know, babies all kind of look alike. All right, thanks for stopping by, Grandma Joe. Good to see you. Have a good evening. I have to go to work later, so I don't know about good evening. I love this tape, Maria. You used this last time. Every time you mail me, you find this cool. Where do you find this cool rainbow, like tie-dyed metallic tape? I love that. Look how pretty that is. Can you guys see that when the light hits it? It's all different color. It's like orange, yellow, pink. Isn't that pretty? My unicorn tapes dispenser. It's really pretty. That stinks. Oh no. I know, but you know what? I need that money. I gotta make that money. And look at this little organza bag. Let's squeeze this over here. Look at these little cute kids. Look at her. She's like a witch in training. She's a WIT. She's a witch in training. Look at the bat is wearing an Argyle sweater. Is that not funny? The cat's wearing a sweater too. I didn't even notice that. And the candy corns, those are cute. I can't believe people eat candy corn. Oh, look at the Bride of Frankenstein down here. She's cute. I cannot believe that people eat candy corn still. Hands no worky today. Next project. Oh, Lord. Well, I wanted to try and make some paper, but I don't have enough scraps yet to do handmade paper. So I think that geez. You know what? I don't really know. You know what I really wanted to do? I wanted to kind of perfect this these coin envelopes. I wanted to perfect these coin envelopes. And I'll tell you, I keep thinking if I get one formula that works for me, then I'm going to stick with it. So I thought, let me see. I'm sorry, I'm missing chat. I'm trying to pay better attention to chat, you guys. Have I ever made a glue book? What's a glue book? That's just like, that's the same thing as a smash book. I don't do Halloween, but those are cute. And I know you guys do. I don't do Halloween either, Maria, but those are cute. And I may make a couple of Halloween cards. Normally I'm canning, more during this time, but all we have left are tomatoes. And we are basically eating what's left now. And so please do and share. What, the coin envelopes? Well, this is what I was thinking. You guys know how when we go buy those pre-made like Project Life cards or pre-made journaling cards, a lot of times they're in one of two sizes. What if we figured out a way to make a coin envelope that would fit those just standard size cards so that we could use more of our Project Life cards or our or even like a playing card size, because playing cards are pretty standard, right? Aren't those what, 3x4? No, 2x, I guess they'd be 2x4 or 2.5x4 or something. Yeah, I would say all right, so let's try that, because I think if we came up with a formula that would just fit all our standard store-bought cards, let me put these over here. Nothing will happen to them. Then I think that, wouldn't that be kind of convenient to be able to do that? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a store-bought. Let me get in my journal drawer here and grab a couple of these store-bought cards. You know, I do not really have Project Life cards. I did somewhere, but I don't now. So maybe not. Maybe I don't have Project Life cards. All right, so I actually don't have any Project Life cards. So but let's say, I think they're 3 by 4 inches, right? So let's just assume that this is probably the size of a small one, right? And that is like 2 1/4 by a little over 3 1/2. So, All right. Well, instead of working backwards, like before, I was trying to figure out how to cut from the edge of the paper. But now I think what we'll do is we'll make a better plan, because I hate to measure and I'm not good at it. So let's take another pathway here. Let me see. Let me get some junky paper. I don't have a lot of junky paper, but let me see what I can find. I do have some paper that's not like good paper. Let me get some paper. Okay. Oh, no, that's printed on. Oh, for heaven's sakes. My files are kind of stuffed right now. So I put all that coffee dyed paper in there. It's probably too much. All right, so let me just get a couple thick pieces of cardstock. Let me get a brown. I think it'll look nice, and I'll do a gray and a brown. Okay, so let's say we wanted to make, let's say we have let me put this card up because I don't want anything to happen to it. Okay. So let's say you want to make a coin envelope to fit. Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of, I got this little note on here that I got to keep. So this is a little wide and it's not flat. So let's say we want to fit a paper this size, right? So, and this makes it kind of convenient because this is a Post-it. Oops, I ripped it. But we could actually use this as our guide, right? So let's say we took off, okay, let's not take off any. Let's say this is what we wanted to make a coin envelope to fit. So the formula for this basically would to have a piece of paper that's more than twice as wide as this paper. So we know this paper will fit, right? Because it's more than twice as wide. So let's take some sort of measurement here. So we do have to kind of measure. So this paper is not quite 3 inches wide. So we know if we have 9 inches long, that's going to go over here twice, right? Because this is 3 and then we'll need 3. So that's 6. So if we did 7 1/2, we're not wasting too much, and that gives us an overlap, right? So let's try to cut this at 7 1/2 inches just for the sake of argument. So I'm going to cut this at, whoops, that's wrong. So I'm going to cut this down to 7 1/2 inches. And then we don't need this part. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and center whatever I'm making the pocket, the coin pocket for. I'm going to try and kind of center it on where I want it to show me where to punch, right? Because wherever this is, I'm going to make a score line on each side here. So, you know what? We can actually do that first too. That might be easier to make our score lines where we want our paper or our card to fit. So that way we know no matter what size card we have, we're ensuring that it fits within our coin envelope, right? So we're going to try this. So we're going to just go to the left. My paper's on here crooked. We're going to go to the left side of this. And we'll just leave a little room for this paper. And then we're going to go to the other side of it, which would be, you know what, let's go ahead and give it an extra line. So I'm going to give it an extra line there just for the sake of argument. So, you know what, let me get this. This is kind of in the way. So once you make your line, look at me with my bone folder upside down. Okay, so that's going to kind of tell us where the sides of our pocket are going to be. So after that, the rest is easy, right? Because we've kind of figured out where the fold is. Let's test it and see. Yeah, sure, that's going to go. That's going to go all the way. So now all we have to do for the top flap and the bottom flap, we're going to put this right in the middle of our punch board. And we're going to punch out here and here. And then we're going to turn this over and put this line right in the middle of this punch. And we're going to punch here and here, right? Now, we're going to do 2 more scores to make a top flap and a bottom flap. So now that we have now that we know where the edges of our envelope are going to fold and where our flaps are going to be, we can basically take this and lay it down, and I'm going to give this a 1/2 inch score all the way across because I'm going to cut some of that off, right? Because when I fold this up, this is going to be the bottom flap. So I'm going to cut that corner out because we don't need it. And it'll add bulk. And I'm going to cut this corner out, right? Okay. And then at the top, we're going to give it a little bit longer flap. So I'm going to go all the way down to 1 inch and score it. So I want a kind of a bigger flap at the top of my coin envelope. So that's what I'm going to do. And then again, I'm going to cut these corners off because I don't need them. So your formula basically is whatever you're making your coin envelope pocket for, right? You're going to take it and double the size and add about 1.5 inches to 2 inches. And that's going to give you the overlap you need to glue it together, right? Because you're going to need a little bit of overlap here where you're going to want to close your pocket up, right? And then at the bottom, this paper is way too thick. I'm afraid I grabbed this cardboard and it's like killing my hands. I didn't know this was really thin cardboard when I pulled it out. I thought it was just gray paper. It felt really thick. So Dana, good job. But then once everything's folded up, it will fit whatever your card is, it'll fit into your coin envelope. So to determine the length, of course, you would just take whatever your card is and add a couple inches to it because you're going to have 1 inch at the top. And I just left, I think, what I say, a 1/2 inch at the bottom. So whatever length you want to make it, that part's easy. And whatever width you want to make it, you just double the width of whatever you're going to stick in the pocket and add 1.5 inches to 2 inches, whatever you feel comfortable with. And that's going to be your overlap here. I would add more. Oh, bye, Carmen. I would add more if you think that the paper's as thick as this, because this is really thick paper. So I'm going to actually get a card and make a holder for it. But this paper is a little thick. I don't know why I just ended up with that. But I'm going to get some thinner. You know what I'm going to get? Let me see. I'm going to get a piece of, what is this? You know what? I'm going to try scrapbook paper and just see how the scrapbook paper does. Or, oh, this is a nice piece of paper. Let's use this. I got that in the mail. And that's a nice piece of paper. So, let's see. Okay, so say I'm going to take this alterations tag and I'm going to make a pocket for this. So, we're going to measure it, and this is 3 inches. So technically, I'm going to need my paper to be about 8 inches wide. And this is already basically 8.5 inches wide, so we're going to leave it. So our alterations tag is 6 inches long. Now, actually, it's a little over 6 inches. It's 6 1/4. So let's say we add 1/4 for the bottom flap and 1 inch for the top flap. That brings us to about 8 inches. So we're going to trim our paper long ways to be 8 inches because that's about how deep we want the coin pocket. So let me see if I need this. I really want to buy one of these beds. You guys see these electric beds? I really want one of these. I think we already missed it. Oh, no, it's 11th and 12th. Look, it doesn't say where it's at. It doesn't say where to go. It says when it is. It says bring your truck, home delivery. It's got an email, but it doesn't. Oh, here it is. Highway 31 behind Buco de Beppo. Okay. Well, I don't have the money for a new bed right now. Oh, you know what? I'm cutting that the wrong way, aren't I? No, that's the right way. Okay, so we're going to do 8 inches this way to make sure our pocket is as deep as we want it to fit our tag. I'm sorry. I'm so easily distracted, right? Okay, so in order to just kind of guesstimate where our folds are going to be, all we have to do is lay our tag in the middle of where our coin envelope is going to be, okay? And we're going to go just outside of that, where the edge of this tag is, right? And we're going to make a score line to it. So we're going to leave room for the tag to fit in the envelope. Remember that, whoops. In the envelope. Did I move that over? I did. No, I didn't. Okay. Yeah, I started to hit the wrong score line. And then again, same thing. We're going to leave room, not do it right next to it, but one line over. And we're going to leave room on this side for the tag to fit in there too. So this is where our score lines are going to be. So that's how we know where to punch it, because you score second. So then all you have to do is align those score lines up perfectly in the center of your envelope punch board punch, right? So this time, instead of doing the top, we're going to do the top a little bit different, and I'll show you why. I think this will be fun. So let's do the bottom first. And I got an idea for the top, and I haven't tried it yet, and we're going to see if that'll work. But let's go ahead and score this. I'm going to score this at 1/2 of an inch. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut these corners out. There's one. There's two. Okay. So now at the top, we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of taking the punch board and punching at the score marks, we're just going to score it across the 1 inch mark first. And we're going to take and leave these square for a second. So this is going to be the top flap. See how easy this is? So you don't have to buy a coin envelope. You can make it. You can make it out of pattern paper, solid paper, whatever you want to make it out of. You can make it matchy-matchy to your journal or your scrapbook page or whatever it is you're making. You can even add a little pocket onto a Christmas card and coordinating fabric. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring the punch board back. A lot of people, I don't know if you know, but this has 2 punches in it, not just this one. If you turn it around, there's a punch here too. So we're going to use this punch. Here, let me fold this over. Oh, I'm folding it the wrong way. We're going to fold this over. We're going to use this corner rounder here. And we're going to round that corner. And then we're going to use this corner rounder here on the outside. And we're going to round that corner. So now we've got a little bit different looking envelope than the last one we made. So you still have plenty of overlap here. And if you want to trim it off, you can even trim that off. I am horrible at cutting straight. So look, that's a little uneven. So you can glue this up. I'm going to take a little off the edges here. I'm going to cut this down at an angle so it doesn't look so wonky. I'm just taking like a tiny piece of pie out of these edges here. So they match up a little bit more. Let me take a little bit more off this, I think. All right. So once that's glued down, oops. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Once that is glued down, now the top of this looks a little bit different than the top of this one. See how the top of this is just straight? And the top of this one has a little bit more form where we use the other side of the envelope punch board. So I think that's cool. And then it should fit whatever your tag is. This is an alterations tag, but we used it basically to make our pocket, right? So it should fit in there perfectly. So let's look. Whoops. Let's look. Technically, when it's closed up, look at that. So there you go. So you don't have to buy a coin envelope to fit any of your Project Life tags or anything. If you have any kind of custom thing that you want to slip into a journal, you can make any envelope. Carrie, I'll make another one if you want. You want me to show you, girl? It's real easy. We'll get another. Here, let's get another one. Let's make a big coin envelope. Look, I got junk mail. Look at this mattress. I want one of these beds. You see this? I don't have the money for this. They cost money. I want one of those beds where I can like put my feet up. Yes, I do. All right, so let's get something else. Let's make one more because Carrie rolled in late. Carrie is tardy. I'm going to give you a tardy slip. Carrie, I'm not sure why you're tardy, but could you stay afterwards? I'd like to speak with you when class is over, okay? All right. 75%. Carrie, I'm so poor. I can't afford to pay attention, girl. You have no idea. No idea. I'm just, yeah, it's that bad up in here. Okay. So let's get some paper. Let me see here. Let me see what I can get. No, I don't have any. I don't have any cheapy paper. Let me get a, you know what? Let me just grab a piece of scrapbook paper because this is kind of long. And let's see what I got over here. Let's see what I got in this pile of stuff. Uh-oh. The police are coming for you. I hear the sirens. They're coming for Carrie. She's late. The tardy police. All right, let's use some of this. I like this paper. All right, I found some paper. Let me get page. Let me see. Let me see. All right, let's use letters because I never know what to do with these pages anyway. Like, I really don't. I know you can cut them apart and spell stuff, but I never know what to do with these letter pages. So, okay, this is what we did, Carrie. We took our paper, whatever coin envelope we wanted to make, we measured it, right? And so this is, oops. This is a little over not quite 3.5 inches long. So we're going to double that number, right? Which is 7. And then we're going to add on a couple inches. So we're going to cut this 9 inches wide so that we have plenty of overlap that we can glue our envelope closed. So let me cut this at 9. And that's the width of it. Now for the height, we're going to take it and we're going to measure the height and we're going to add 1.5 inches. So this is about 9 inches. So we're going to cut this about 10.5 inches. And it is very close to that already. Yeah, it's pretty close to that. Why is this? My paper keeps wanting to slide around. This is the thinnest, cheapest paper. I do not like this paper. Okay, but it's pretty, so let's use it. All right, so now we've doubled the width of it and added 2 inches, and we've taken the height and added 1.5 inches. Pretty simple. Actually, we can make it 1.5 inches on the width too. So just to make it a standardized formula, take the width plus 1.5 inches, and the height of the paper should be the height of your tag plus 1.5 inches for this method to work. So we're going to do the bottom first, right? And we have to score it. I forgot. We have to score the paper first. So I should have got out my big scoreboard, but it's so awkward. So what you want to do is you want to place your item about in the middle of your paper and leave just a little space to the side of it, and then score your paper because you're going to need to leave room for your tag to fit inside the envelope, right? So we're going to score our paper about here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over and we're going to leave maybe 1/8 of an inch over here. And we're going to score it over here, right? And leave a little wiggle room for your tag to get in and out of your envelope or whatever it is you're sticking in the envelope, and do that. Now, if you're using pattern paper, you got to pay attention here because we're going to do the bottom first. Now for the bottom, you're going to score here at 1/2 inch. Real simple, just 1/2 inch and score. And for the top, you're going to score at 1 inch. Real simple again, 1 inch. And that's why you leave an extra 1.5 inches above the measurement of your tag. Why is my paper keep moving? See, that don't look right. Yeah, that wasn't right. I don't like this little scoreboard, baby. There we go. And maybe I just need to put on my glasses. Why do I keep doing that? It looks like my paper moves, but okay. All right, so here's what you do with the envelope punch board. You just put these 2 side scores in the middle. You put that score line right in the middle of your punch and pop your punch right there. and this one right here. And then all you have to do is cut that little corner out of each side, and you do the same at the top. So we're going to punch here, and we're going to punch here, and then we're going to cut those corners out. And when we fold this up, we will have an envelope to fit this tag perfectly, except for I lost my scissors. Oops. All right. Because my desk is getting messier by the minute. All right, so at the bottom, remember, we left a little 1/2-inch seam allowance. Is that what they call it? I guess we're not sewing, so that's not really what we did. But no, dog, you know I'm in the middle of a live. Why do you do that? He's like, I want in, I want out, I want in, I want out. All right, fine. Hold on, Rufus. You aggravating dog, you. Plus, it's getting close to dinner time. That's probably what his main malfunction is right now. He's like, hey, it's about, my stomach says it's about time to fill my bowl. Hold on, impatient one. Let's see. I don't know where my garage door opener is. Come in, brat. Heaven's sakes. Okay, so now all you do is you glue your envelope closed, right? Here's my little bone folder thingy. So you just want to crease this side and crease this side. And we're going to put a little glue on it, not wet glue because this paper is like really thin. Gosh, I can't get my lid off. We're just going to put a mini amount of glue on here. And then we're going to fold it up at the bottom and glue it closed. And that's it. Let me do the edge of this so that this don't come apart. And that's it. You've got your little coin or a big coin envelope to fit whatever tag perfectly, made with your whatchamacallit, envelope punch board. My mom can hit you anywhere with a shoe. My mom can hit you around the corner and up the stairs with a house shoe. My mom has perfect aim. You know how some people have perfect pitch, like in music, they have perfect pitch. My mom has perfect pitch with a house shoe. She'd take her slipper off and hit you with it. And they hurt because they got the little rubber slick bottoms. And they sting. They sting like she smacked you with a hot piece of bologna. That sounds like some fried bologna fresh out the pan. You like this paper? I never know like what paper to use. Carrie, one of my favorite things to do to this day is to go to the batting cages. And I have some awesome, I have like a double bonus here is if I go down to Main Street, there's a place off Main Street that's got a golf course, and to one side, it's got the driving range and the batting cages back to back. So you can like get you a bucket of balls and grab your bat and no more aggression, like no more aggression that day. Yeah. Yeah. Cause I can, and if you buy like $5, you get a free, you get 20 balls per token. So if you buy $5 worth, you can hit 120 balls. Like it's the best workout. I end up with sore shoulders, my arms, my waist, my back. It's just all worked out in one, $5 because you get 6 tokens instead of 5, so you get 120 balls. Anyway, so I never knew what to do with this paper, but I do think it's a fun paper, and so it's kind of thin and flimsy too. So I don't want to use it as pages in a journal, but it makes a great coin envelope. So you guys can make any coin envelope to fit any ephemera you want to put in there. So we made this one for, I didn't glue it together yet. I guess I could do that. This one's thicker, so I can actually use my wet glue, but I'm probably not going to because I have this glue stick right here. The only thing about Yoo-hoo is you get these little like glue chunks every once in a while coming off on your finger. And you don't know it until your finger's stuck to the paper. Because you can't feel it because it's not like wet glue. It's not cold. So we've got that one and we've got this one. So it's kind of fun because whatever you have, if you have a Project Life card, if you have, like I do like these alterations cards. I do like using time cards. You can take those book library cards and you can literally make library pockets and with the same exact formula, only you just cut this down and over. So you cut a deeper cut in the side and over, and you literally have a library pocket. Well, now what are we going to do? Well, I don't know. I guess we should make a library pocket. So that you can see how easy it is. Because you know what? When you go online, you can buy, you can buy library cards separate from library pockets, or you can buy both. But let me show you, there's a problem with library pockets when you buy them. A lot of times when you get the pocket, it's got like a piece of paper, and it's got another piece of paper that's glued on top of that, right? That's folded over like this. Well, that's a problem, and I'll tell you why. When you go to stick the library card in the pocket, it gets caught on this edge that's glued down. So what I tend to do is I rip them apart and refold them, and I glue them like to the back like this, because that aggravates the crap out of me, so that when you go to put your card in, you're not hitting resistance by where the paper's folded over on the front. And I do not like that. Makeup report card envelope. Sue's falling asleep. Where is Sue? I haven't seen a comment. Going to bologna feed. It does. It gets all, it is cheaper than therapy too. That paper looks good if used with, yes, it would probably look good with, we could make flowers out of it. You have a bunch of different colored library pockets that you've had for over 15 years. How can you have any library pockets for 15 years? Like, you know how fast I run out of library pockets? I put a library pocket on everything. Who has to stay after class? Sue? Where is Sue? I don't see her. Did you guys block her? Somebody accidentally blocked her, didn't you? Sue? Oh, Sue. You must have had a lot of library. Where'd you get all those library pockets? Were you a librarian in your past life? Well, let's make a library card. And you know what? We can actually do it with the leftovers of some of this. Because it's super easy and it's the same exact thing. There's 2 ways you can make a library pocket. One is really, really simple. And that is, let's see, I don't think this paper was cut straight. I think that's why it ended up like that. So let me see. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't cut that. I didn't cut that straight at all. Okay. So let me shave the edge of this down real quick, and I'll show you how to make a quick library pocket. This is super, super easy. Same exact basic theory. Okay, so we'll use this for our what do you call it? Our library card. I'm just cutting that off because it's sticky and it keeps aggravating me. So you start with your scoreboard, right? So you basically want to just put a random score about 1/3 of the way across. So why does that do that every time? It jumps over. Just put a random score about 1/3 of the way across. Then you take your library card and leave some room, you know, be a little generous, maybe 1/8 of an inch. And then go over here and put another score on this side to make sure you've left room for your fold over. Now, if you want to trim this down, obviously you can trim this down. It doesn't have to be that much of a fold over. But we're not going to do anything at the top, okay? So we're not going to do the edge of the top. We're going to take the bottom. We're going to punch with the envelope scoreboard, right? And then we're going to score it and cut those. Actually, you don't even have to score it if you don't want to. You could just eyeball it and shave these little pieces off on the bottom. Because basically you're just aiming for the center of that little notch. So you don't have to score it. And that way when you glue that closed, then you've got a nice little pocket you can glue to something and you can tuck your paper in there. Now, if you want the type of library pocket that has a back, you're going to make it the same way as your tag, but at the top, you're going to cut these big squares off the corner. So you're not going to notch, right? You're just going to cut straight down your score lines and across. So you're going to leave however much, how deep your pocket is. So I would leave at least 2/3 of whatever the size of my library card is. And then so that you've got a little sticking out. And then you can put little dates on it to make it look real. And where'd my chat go? What is this? You know, I have this box. Let me see. Now you have to, she was eating the glue paste. I'm just a naughty drum. We got glue sniffers in here, do we? Eating the glue. Eating the glue or sniffing the glue? You guys remember sniffing the markers? Your markers? Being like, I didn't, nobody thought they were getting high though. They were just like, oh, those markers. I love the smell of markers. Or freshly copied paper. That toner probably making us all sick. It's like microwave popcorn. People, you know, people that are microwave popcorn and they'll open the bag and breathe in. Oh, doesn't that smell good? Not realizing that they're like toxic fumes coming out of that microwave popcorn bag. Oh, it smells so good. Really? Okay. So we can make a, we could cut this down to a library pocket. Let's do that just for the sake of an example. And we can even get this back out and do it on here, just so it's a little easier, right? So let's say, let's put this here. Let's say we want maybe about third. Yeah, a little over. We'll go a little overhead. So we're going to put this here to that score line. Well, not quite, was it? And we're going to put this here to that score line. And that's what's nice about having a cutter, is you can cut from two sides and you know they should match up, right? All righty. And then you can just cut all this other mess out. My scissors definitely need some sharpening because they are heading south as we speak. So we're going to cut those off, and then you'll just leave what? Probably about, I don't know, just a couple inches, maybe an inch on the top. So that when you glue it down, you've got something kind of sticking up here, but you've still got your pocket, right, to stick your library card in. And then you've got a little back sticking up there. So same exact method, just different cuts at the top. The portions you're going to cut out at the top are different. So, but same stuff, right? Same basic formula. No matter how wide your library card is, you can make a pocket for it. Gosh, this is really thick paper. Yeah. And then I'll fit in there. So here's all the different pockets we made. That, and that. See? All with the same basic formula. Google what wallpaper did to people when it first came out. Oh, I'm sure. The glue. I know. It's like drinking out of what did the Romans do to themselves with lead in their aqueducts? Did that lead to the fall of Rome? Don't you wonder that? Like, why don't they teach that? Like, they gave themselves lead poisoning. And what about people drinking beer out of the steins that were made of pewter? That made lead leach out of it. And people literally would drink themselves into a stupor. They were giving themselves brain damage. The more beer they drank, the more lead they ingested. And would give themselves permanent, irreversible brain damage. Hello. Yep. Pewter was bad. And the more acidic the beer, the worse the leaching of the... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep, all them lucky rich folks. Oh, they used to have arsenic in envelope glue. They had arsenic in envelope glue. There's still houses around with asbestos in their linoleum, and people don't realize it because people just put tile over linoleum over tile, and people will go in and flip these houses and rip up, 3 layers of stuff, and there's asbestos tile under there. You know what I like? I like the episode where Ricky and Ethel's husband they were promoting the new movie Woman from Mars, and they either dressed up like aliens or they talked some of the movie promoters to go and rob Lucy and Ethel. Do you remember that? And so they broke into Lucy and Ricky's house, and while Ethel and Lucy were there, and they rob them dressed as aliens. That's one of my favorite ones. And they're screaming bloody murder. They're screaming. They cannot stop. It's so loud. It's like the loudest. Oh, I like that one too. Fred. Yeah, Fred. Ricky and Fred. Yes. And Yes, that's a classic. The stomping of the grapes is definitely a classic. Well, ladies, thanks everyone for coming by. It was super fun. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Maria, for the wonderful Happy Mail, and the photographs are amazing. And I don't know what to say. I'm floored. That's a wonderful gift. It's very thoughtful. Now I've received a couple really wonderful things. That sister sent me those old books that I had made a video on this morning, and now this. What a nice day. I am so surprised. I'm really blessed today. So thank you, Kim. And you know what? It was good to see everybody and talk to everybody. And I love you all. Kim, Carrie, Denise, Sue, Maria. Thanks. Thanks for being here and coming by. And Carmen was here. And um, now I can't even think Cruz, but she's driving. And so, which is okay. So, thanks a bunch. Good night, all you East Coasters. We are. Me, Maria, Kim, Carrie's over there on the West Coast, and Denise is on the West Coast. Isn't that funny that we don't have a lot in the middle? We're all either East or West. Oh, you have to look, Carrie. She sent me the most amazing photos. Thank you. Love you. Thank you, Maria. Thank you all for coming by. I am blessed. I'm glad I only have to work 8 hours tonight. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Or I'd already be back at work if it was a 12. So I don't have to go until 10. So I've got a few hours to kind of putz around. So I'm going to take my son his clothes, manage some kind of lunch to pack something. And I might fry me an egg because I'm kind of ready for an egg. I'm thinking an egg and a cup of coffee sounds good. Below Deck, I haven't seen that. We don't have cable. We cut the cord, so we do like Netflix and Prime channels. You have to go back to class. Yeah. Carrie and Sue, you guys are lucky that it's running, that we ran long, because I'm not going to be able to keep you after class today. I'm just going to make you write sentences. You got Five Guys? Oh my God, I love Five Guys. I haven't had that in a while. They have that awesome shake that they put on their fries. You know what? I'm going to mention them to Thad. You know what else I'm craving? I'm craving a Witch really bad. I love me a Witch. They have the most fantastic French dip sandwich. Oh my God, it's so good. I want beef. Where's the beef? I want some red meat. Yes, protein and caffeine. Some of the main food groups. Chocolate, protein, caffeine, nicotine. That's my food pyramid. Dip fries in the shake. I know it's not Friday. It's not Friday. Oh, I need Friday. Kim, Friday is my cheat day on my diet, which I haven't really been good adhering. I haven't been adhering to it, so we got to get back with the program. I just brought some paperwork this morning to Thad and said, hey, let's get back on this. It's the only fast food you can have. Really? Well, good thing it's a super delicious one. I guess if I don't know. Yeah. That does sound really good. Oh, I love ribs. That's like one of my favorite things. When we go to Texas Roadhouse, I love their ribs. They have fantastic ribs. Or get back on the program tomorrow, right? Well, I do got to jump in the shower because I do got to run my son's laundry to him, and I would like to stop at Joann's, they have an awesome paper sale going on right now. And I need to, you know, you guys, I've been talking about being out of certain colors of paper. I think I'm going to try and make a run by Joann's to pick up some paper. So I am going to talk to you all tomorrow or the next day. So thanks for coming by. Well, hi, Jenny. So thanks everybody for coming by. I'm sorry you missed the majority, Jenny. You know what? I don't even know how to say what you made, but that looks so good. And I'm seriously thinking about boiling some beans this weekend and making that. However you say that. Like, I don't even want to say it because I know I'll mess it up. But I'm seriously thinking about rice and beans this weekend. That looks so good. Oh my gosh. I have to finish watching it though. I didn't watch the whole thing. I'm almost through it. I fell asleep. Congris. Is that how you say it? I have to watch it again. Love you, girl. I love your cheerful, little cute self, and your husband's helping you in the kitchen. I'm lucky too. She said, I'm lucky I got a good man. And I said, yeah, I was watching. I was like, yep, girl, me too. My man, he loves to cook. So did I say it right? Oh, okay. I'm going to send you a picture. I'm going to Instagram tag you in a picture if I make it this weekend. I'm totally tagging you. I'm going to take a picture of it. I really do want some. We would starve, Kim. Look, it's not going to hurt me to miss a couple meals, honey, but let me tell you what. This stuff looks amazing. You should watch. Have you seen, Jenny has salsa Sundays, and she's been cooking. She's been showing how to make different things. So, yeah. So you should check it out, Kim. You might get a new recipe. And she shows how to cheat. So you don't even have to boil the beans. She shows a shortcut with canned beans this week on Sunday. Sweet potatoes, broccoli, and some pretzels, yogurt. Oh, fried shrimp. Really? Okay. I'm a shrimp person. I love seafood, so anything in the ocean, almost anything in the ocean I love. But I do got to go because I got to hit this Joann's sale before they close. So I'm going to go jump in the shower, get to my son's, get to Joann's because that paper is really, if you guys don't know about the sale, go look at their website. They have their paper packs on sale right now, and they're cheapest that of all year. They're like for the cardstock ones, the colored cardstock ones. It's the coordinates paper. So check it out. It's in store only, but it's like $2 a pack or whatever. Normally they're like $6 for the 50 sheet ones. So if you need to buy some colored paper, check it out. Check it out. So it's today only. 2-day only. And they have 50% off your regular price coupons out, and they have a 25% off all red tag items. So anything clearance you pick up, you can get 25% off that stuff too. So I'm making a trip to Joann's if I can on the way home. Hopefully I have time. So I do have to get off here so I can jump in the shower. So thank you all, ladies. I love you all. Thank you for coming. It's super fun. I love chatting with you. I wish I could stay longer, but I got to work tonight. So I got a whole little list of things to go run and do. I'll be stuck in the store, I know. See you next Wednesday. All right. Bye, ladies. Happy Monday. Bye.